Stellar Blade. The story that keeps on going, right? I mean, it has been picking up steam for the past few days, and IGN had to backtrack and issue an apology about the whole situation that IGN France did. Basically saying that Eve, the person that's in the game or the protagonist, saying that it was a doll sexualized by someone who would think, or you would think, that's never seen a woman. Come to find out, the person who created the game, his wife, looks similar to this person, and on top of that, this person is, or this protagonist is based on a real live person that they scanned into the game. It's kind of weird, right? So after that, or before that, the editor in chief had a complete meltdown and saying that Stellar Blade is trying to delete women, and based on the game and all this other stuff, women who are don't look like this is going to have problems and possibly commit suicide. Now listen, this is something, even if it is the case, I mean, I'm just be honest, even if it's the case, is probably very, very, very slim. And the person or the people who are suffering from that have more problems than Stellar Blade or the protagonist in Stellar Blade. You understand? The main thing is, people like this type of stuff. This is why the game is being pre-ordered. It's like what, number one game on Amazon or Sony or something like that. That's pre-ordered. This game is going to sell like crazy. A lot of people are already comparing this to the game of the year, or it's going to be like another Hogwarts Legacy situation where that game outsold damn near everybody last year, but it wasn't the game of the year. But I mean, you know how that goes. This game is going to go crazy. I'm going to pick up the game because I do want a nice action hack and slash game. The last one I really got into and played, I think it was like God of War, not the 2018 one, the God of War 3 and Ascension and all those back in the PS3 days. And I remember a little bit of what's the other game that's it's like a clone, Darksiders. You know, I played a little bit of that. I need to play the third one. I haven't played the third one yet. But these type of games are kind of like up my alley when I'm not playing racing games or, you know, arcade style games. I want to play this game. I want to get into it, and I think this game is going to be fantastic. And I think the people who are saying stuff like this, the IGNs of the world, what's her name, of the Kotaku lady, and all the other people who are against protagonists that look like this, this is basically coming out because they have nothing. They don't have anything to hang their hat on to hate about this game, so they're always going to go back to the default of being a victim. I mean, I think that's the main thing that they do all the time, just they be a victim anyway. But you think that's what they have to fall back on. The same thing with Hogwarts Legacy when they found out J.K. Rowling is the person over Harry Party, Harry Party. That's funny, Harry Potter, and she had nothing to do with the game, but they went after because of that. And it gets, now you have to understand that these people, once again, and I got this from Steve Turley. He's a conservative commentary on YouTube. I mean, I've heard this from him before. These people are activists disguised as journalists, you know, and that's basically what they are. They're activists disguised as journalists, and they're sitting here trying to find ways to tear down the gaming industry where gamers want to be at each other's throats, going back and forth. I mean, that's just how it is in pop culture. Just how it is in society. Like, even with the government or even regular news, they won't have people pit against each other at all times. And the gaming journalists are trying to do that, but it seems like this is one entity where I honestly see that the gamers are rising up more and more against the journalists than anything, or the activists disguised as journalists more than anything. And this is a really good thing because we just want to play video games. We just want to have fun. We want to have a space where we can get away from the real world and just play some games and chill out and have fun. Talk to your friends, talk to your spouse, talk to your kids about fun games, and everybody have a good time. And these people are trying their best to take it away because they feel like representation, you know, equality, all that stuff matters. And I don't get me wrong, I do believe those things matter in a sense of the real world. But in gaming, it doesn't need to be a part of our gaming. I'm like, seriously. You know, this is why these type of games like this end up selling really well, because people want to just to have fun playing a game. They don't care about all that other stuff when it comes to gaming. And to be honest, we already know, like, most of these journalists, they don't know how to play games anyway. We saw that like 5 or 6 years ago, if you've been around, where some of these there was a journalist that couldn't get past the first part of Cuphead or something like that, and it's already been exposed that a lot of these journalists just don't play games, or they can't play games, they're not very good at it, or some of these guys, they just here just to get a check because they can't work somewhere else. I mean, it is what it is, and at the end of the day, I will say this: um, find your niche when it comes to gaming. Find your genre and enjoy it. If you're a guy that's getting back into gaming, trying to figure out what's going on in the world of gaming, you probably left gaming 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago. You're now getting back into it. Unfortunately, this is kind of the stuff that you're probably going to run into when you're on YouTube. Also, there's other things that you have to worry about. Just being online is a different space now. Not too many people play online games like they did back 10 years ago. Some games you have to go far between, like finding a Stellar Blade or finding, some, Elden Ring, or you just finding a great game, because is what gaming is in a good space, but you have to go and find the great games. You just have to. Stellar Blade is one of these games that nobody really saw coming until you saw some, pictures and some clips of the game, and then people say, hey, wait a minute, this could be a good game. This could be one that we could jump onto. All these games that you probably remember, or even the guys who are or girls that are gaming now, the games that you remember back in the day, or the games that you remember a few years ago, they're not the same game anymore. It's just not. These games now are just a little bit different, and you got to go to the AA gaming or the indie route just to find a great game. I mean, it is what it is. Son, you want something? Come on. Come on. And this is one of the reasons why I love playing games, because this kid right here is absolutely awesome. And he, to be honest, he's one of the reasons why I really I continue to love video games, because for him, he just want to have fun too. Is all this stuff about Stellar Blade and all this stuff, and how they're talking about all this activism and stuff? It's wild, and to be honest, it's got to the point it's not warranted. So once I get out of here, I'm gonna get out of these clothes. I just got finished working out, which is a whole nother tie into the Stellar Blade thing, but I don't want to get into that right now. But I'm gonna get out of these clothes. I'm gonna work, play some games with my son once I take a good shower, and we're gonna enjoy the rest of our night. Ain't that right, son? What you want to play? I think Mario. You want to play some Mario? Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna play us some Mario, and we're gonna get up out of here. All right, son, let's get up out of here. All right, y'all take it easy. We're out. Peace.